So should I buy a bale or should I buy pieces? In Uganda, the bale is called water. I don't know what other countries call it, but for us it's called water. It's the bale. And there are different kinds of bells. I'm still learning about the bells too. But as I learn, I'll also probably share. And in this thrift business, what I've found, the question that is very, very, very rampant, and even I asked myself before I started, should I buy a bale or should I pick pieces? And it's not a very easy question, even though it's easy to say buy a bale or buy pieces. And I realized that it comes to a place where, do you know your customer? Who is your customer? I have found a challenge where, even though I have bought bills, I've found where in the bills there are no quality pieces that my customer would buy. Yet if I went to the market and picked pieces that I know my particular customer would buy, I found myself, getting things that I know my customer would buy, instead of buying bills and then keep stock like this. Have a lot of stock here that I personally don't like, and I know the particular customer I want, because for me, my business was built on the fact that I have been at a place where I had a comfortable life, and I was able to buy new things for my children. I was able to buy some new things for myself, and then I came to a place where I didn't have all that, but still I wanted to give my children something nice but affordable in a budget that I can afford. And I've realized, even with people that are comfortable, they want to give their children nice things that probably they might afford, but they don't want to spend so much. If you get my vibe, the fact that people have money doesn't mean they want to spend it on something a child will wear for 6 months and then throw away. They want to spend 100,000 on a child. The economy is hard. The economy is hard. So I was looking at a client of mine that maybe has some money, some level of comfortability, but they want still to see quality, and they want to see nice things on their children, but affordable. And you know what? A thrift business would do that for them. It would give them something nice but affordable, a pant or a trouser for a boy and a t-shirt that they would have bought at 70k in Ugandan shillings, 70,000. Here they might get it at 20k, 20,000, 25,000. A client would have gotten a dress at let's say 50,000. Here in thrift they can get it at 25k or 15k. So I was looking at a customer who wants quality, wants nice things, wants their child to look nice, but on a budget. And then I found that it's hard to buy a bill that had that kind of quality. So you buy a bill that you think is nice, you spent 1.5 M, you are told it's grade 1 bill, but then you open the bill and honestly it's not grade 1, and literally 70% or 80%, all of them are bad. Not really bad, but they are not for your particular customer. So it's important, before we answer that question of should I buy a bill, should I buy a piece or pieces to sell to my clients, to sell to my customers, you understand your customer. If your customer can have something like this, it is nice, but it's really it's, you understand. But if your customer wants something like this, that even has a tag. You understand, eh? Things that they would get at a higher price, but in thrift it's lower, then I wouldn't recommend a Bale. You get, if you're selling to a variety of people, you understand, if you're selling to very many people, the lower income, the comfortable ones, the higher, the what, you're selling to everyone, then buy a Bale, because a Bale will come with very many, 90%, 80% will be, you know, things that you might struggle even to sell. Things you might struggle to sell to a higher, you know, level of client. But there are those who are meant for such, and you will find those ones. But now for me, the kind of customer I was thinking about, is the kind that has some little money. Some 100K they can spend on, let's say, 5 overalls. You understand? 5 overalls, or let me say 5 overalls and 2 dresses, 100,000. It means that I'm not giving them an overall that, I don't know if I can give you an example. There are some overalls when you see that they're overly used, and most of these Bales, grade 1, grade 2, honestly, they don't have the best. I don't know if the suppliers I'm using or what, but they are not good. So to get that kind of quality for that particular customer, you have to go to the market and look at these things, because the Bale, you don't have a chance to look, but these ones you're able to look. The pieces you're able to look, I am picking this and this and this and this and this, even if I'm buying it at a higher price because I am picking from another seller. You might get it at 5K, you might get it at 3K, you might get it at 7K, and then you sell it at 10K, 12K. You might make a little profit, but you're giving your customer what they want. You understand? So these days I'm actually resorting to more buying of pieces than Bales. So I go to the market, pick the pieces that I want for maybe 300,000 or 400 or 500,000, but I know I am going to sell them. Yes, I might make a bit of profit, little profit, but I'm selling a good thing that I know I like, and I know my client would like, the kind of client I want. So to answer that question, know your customer first. Who is the kind of customer you're looking at? If you're looking at normal customer, they can buy something at 3K, 4K, 5K, then go for the Bales. Yes, buy a Bale, buy a good Bale. Grade 1, grade 2, 700,000, 1.3, 1.5, buy a Bale. But if you're looking at a particular client that wants nice things, then you're going to have to buy pieces until you find a good supplier that is genuine, who will tell you, this one is cream. I sell cream Bales at 1.8, 1.5, 1.6, and then you are sure it is. Until you find a good supplier of a genuine quality, nice stuff, then you can buy a Bale. But I would recommend to buy pieces if the kind of client you want to serve is one that has a particular standard. Even you, the branding of your, now all my clients know, all the customers that have bought from me, they know I can't give them a certain thing. The things I give them, they are nice. You understand? They are nice. That they will come back and tell me, we want this, we want this. They trust that I will give them good things. So Bales or pieces, you choose you choose your lane. If your client is the kind that will take the quality in most Bales, go with the Bales. But if your client is the kind that wants really nice things, you're going to have to go to the market and look for the pieces that you would sell. So thank you. Subscribe for such more information, growth, development, self-awareness, business entrepreneurship, and personal growth. Subscribe and like. Thank you. See you in the next video.